Each night when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning when I wake up, I am reborn. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. I call him religious who understands the suffering of others. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. There is no way to peace. There is only peace. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. An ounce of patience is worth more than a ton of preaching. Man often becomes what he believes himself to be. If I keep on saying to myself that I cannot do a certain thing, it is possible that I may end by really becoming incapable of doing it. On the contrary, if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it at the beginning. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. There is nothing that wastes the body like worry, and one who has any faith in God should be ashamed to worry about anything whatsoever. Nearly everything you do is of no importance, but it is important that you do it. In doing something, do it with love, or never do it at all. Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts and everything will be well. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Think of it. Always. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Where there is love, there is life. My imperfections and failures are as much a blessing from God as my successes and my talents, and I lay them both at His feet. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Action expresses priorities. Faith is not something to grasp, it is a state to grow into. To call woman the weaker sex is a libel. It is man's injustice to woman. If by strength is meant moral power, then woman is immeasurably man's superior. Each one has to find peace from within, and peace to be real must be unaffected by outside circumstances. It is easy enough to be friendly to one's friends, but to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion. The other is mere business. A man is but a product of his thoughts. When he thinks, he becomes. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. It is better to be violent if there is violence in our hearts, than to put on the cloak of nonviolence to cover impotence. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. God has no religion. What barrier is there that love cannot break? You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. See the good in people and help them. The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. A no, uttered from the deepest conviction, is better than a yes, merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. Love is the strongest force the world possesses. The future depends on what you do today. An error does not become truth by reason of multiplied propagation, nor does truth become error because nobody sees it. Truth stands, even if there be no public support. It is self-sustained. Non-violence is a weapon of the strong. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. To my mind, the life of a lamb is no less precious than that of a human being. There are many causes I would die for. There is not a single cause I would kill for. If we are to reach real peace in the world, we shall have to begin with the children.